Farm for Profit Podcast. Take a listen, have a blast. Farm for Profit Podcast. Learn about farming while having a laugh. Farm for Profit Podcast.
And listeners, welcome back to the Farm for Profit Podcast. You got Tanner here.
Dave's here.
And the tripod of host, Corey, is here as well.
The tripod of...
We're the tripod. We're the podcast. We're the tripods.
It's not...
I like that, Dave.
We're going to make shirts to say tripod.
I love the tripod.
Hashtag
You like the
tripod.
The third leg of co-host, Corey.
All right, I'm going to go into our live. We are live right now as well on... where are we live at, Rachel?
TikTok.
Because Rachel is here.
That's right. Rachel's here as well. We're having a little bit of fun. This is our Thanksgiving episode. So hopefully everybody is enjoying their Thanksgiving with their family. And if not, hopefully you get to listen to us. And we maybe make your Thanksgiving day a little bit better if you don't like dealing with your in-laws.
Yes. Just
Or your own
replay
family?
this over and over again and just go out into the garage, get a beer, and just keep listening. And, you know, when you go back in, make sure you bring up politics.
Right. Or we'll give
Or
you...
don't. Or don't.
That's the best thing to talk about at family functions.
That's right. Family functions. That's what he said was function. But no, we're thankful for you. It's kind of sound cheesy on Thanksgiving, but we wanted to do an episode, just the 3-4 of us here, be able to kind of talk about what our year was like, give each other a little bit of a hard time since we do that on a fairly frequent basis, and dive into what maybe we've got going on in the future. So what do you think, Corey? Could you do an intro for this Farm for Fun show? You want to throw your headphones on so that way you can hear the music coming in?
No, I didn't even think about an intro today.
All
Was that one of the requests you gave me?
No, I didn't give you the request, but you're a professional.
I am a professional.
You think you can raw dog this?
Raw dog this.
Okay, listeners, remember, like, rate, review everywhere that you get this. Don't base it off of only this episode. But
Please do not.
if you got a chance, remember to share this with your family. Even that annoying uncle, just go in there and say, you should listen to this. And maybe it occupies like 75 days of their time now with our 490-some episodes.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's kick off a little music.
It's like a slow one. Today on the Farm for Fun show, we are live, and it is Turkey Day. If you got your lights up, remember, they are not Christmas lights, they are Thanksgiving lights. Do not sleep on Thanksgiving, folks. It is a very important holiday. We've got plenty of time to get the food and what else is it? Santa Claus, the Grinch, and things like that. I love it. That's great. I heard there's Jim Carrey too. Anyway, it was a Fast and Furious fall. This is just a host show. So, host and CMO. We have never done a host and just CMO minus a show just on CMO.
You need to wrap this up.
Anyway, welcome to the host only show plus the CMO. It's going to be a great day. Use this as your way to get away from your family when you need to go take a nap or drink a beer. And like I said, go back in and bring up politics on who won the presidency, whether you liked it or not, at your family event.
Are you done yet?
I am not done. I'm just going to keep dragging this out. Thank you for listening to the Farm for Profit Podcast. Let's have a day.
Sponsored by James Moose.
Wow, usually I cheer and clap, and I don't know if it's...
You put me on the spot. You wanted it, and you got it. So what is up? What are you guys doing today?
I was going to say, I feel like I was only asked to join to make sure that you guys don't bully each other during the roast and toast part.
How are
I'm
we?
just here for
Or no,
babysitting.
you know what? You can actually be like, that's actually legit.
Yeah,
You know,
that,
like-
that too.
That
too.
like no. Tanner does have a big nose.
It's,
How are we not drinking?
I am drinking.
We all have water.
Mix my cocktails.
We all have water. Yeah.
Am I the
Oh.
only? I'm the only
Oh.
one that's drinking.
No,
Wow.
no, maybe you two are. Court, unless yours is like
Oh, it
straight
is
vodka.
90 degrees in here.
is.
I'm nice and cozy.
And Dave's got
I
a
think
sweatshirt on.
I was having a conversation with a farmer the other day, and he said, Jace, I feel like my operation is held together with duct tape. Now, I had to kind of laugh at this, but the reason I was laughing is because how much truth was in that statement. There are so many family farm operations today that are literally holding their operation together with duct tape, whether it's finances, whether it's operations, or things like that. Now, the reason that we use duct tape is because whatever we're using, we're trying to get the most amount of productivity out of it because we know deep down someday it's going to break. And this is the hard reality for a majority of family farm operations in this country is they know things are broken or not working, and they continue to use duct tape to just try to keep things together for a little bit longer. But eventually that road is going to come to an end. And this is the problem that we solve inside a legacy farmer and have over the past 5 years working with hundreds of family farm operations across the country. We have helped them take their operation from a place of chaos and disorganization to a place of confidence and clarity so they no longer feel like, hey, things are just held together with duct tape. So if you want to learn more about that proven process and what we built out working with hundreds of family farm operations over the past 5 years, go to legacyfarmer.com and sign up for a free call with our team today.
I think it's the perfect temperature.
It's a
I set
quarter
it at
zip. Thank
69
you.
degrees. So please let us know what the perfect temperature in the house is because
Tell us what your
69.
perfect day is.
it's
Is that what
69
you
in
set
here.
yours at?
I think it's at 69. It might be at 68.
April 23rd. It's not too hot.
Not too
It's
hot,
not
not
too
too
cold.
That's the perfect date.
That's not the right quote from the
And you
movie.
just need a light jacket.
All right, let's
pretty
do.
cool.
Isn't it
a-
April like? I don't know. We'll have
I
to
don't
look
know
it
if
up
you
later.
can talk movies because you've only seen half the movies that are good.
Yeah, but that's like
We need to make a
Miss
list
Congeniality. I know
for
that one.
Rachel on movies that she must watch.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if she
I
doesn't,
did watch
you get a pay cut.
Tommy Boy. I watched that one.
I would hope
I hadn't seen it before.
that's an American requirement.
It was well, I'm now an American, I guess. So there we go. Plus, I was
When
born.
did you
but-
watch Tommy Boy?
Like a couple months ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. What about Black Sheep?
Nope.
Wow.
Crickets.
I don't know what that one is.
Ace Ventura?
I feel like we're playing a bad game.
Wow.
I feel like we're playing a bad game.
All right.
Do you know who Burt Reynolds is?
Eastbound and Down?
I know what that is.
You know what it is, but have you seen it?
Yeah, like when I was a child, but I don't remember it. I don't recall. Like,
All right. Let's
okay, anyways.
give her a little
Yeah.
reprieve. She's now got the holiday season between
If you're
Thanksgiving
live
and
on
Christmas.
TikTok, throw
Bla-
out some other classic movies, and I
Blazing
will
Saddles
see them.
is one.
Oh
Blazing
my
Saddles
gosh.
is good.
What's the one Blazing something?
Blazing Saddles.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very racy.
Is there another one about blazing something?
There's
What's the one
there's
with
a
them
cartoon.
Will where there are ice skaters? That's not Blazing Saddles.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That is
Blades of Glory?
Blades of Glory.
That's what I was
totally
thinking.
Blazing, not at all.
It says blaze, blading, whatever it is.
Blades
right.
of Glory.
Anyways.
That was
Okay,
like
so
Will
our-
Ferrell's way out of funny Will Ferrell movies.
That's right.
Cody got it.
Yeah.
That's fair. So yes, we started our year off in 2024. We got to go to the World Ag Expo for the first time ever. What an eye opener that was. So we did World Ag Expo. We did not go to National Farm Machinery Show last year. We went from World Ag to Commodity Classic. And then after Commodity Classic, did we have a field day? Was that this past summer
No.
up in Minnesota, or was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Okay, so we took the summer off, didn't do anything. Then we had Farm
we
Progress
did several
Show
things during summer. It's not. Yeah.
and Husker Harvest Days. So we hit 4 trade shows. Why does it feel like it was more than that?
No, we definitely had more than that.
Yeah. Naked.
Houston, Naked
Naked
wasn't
was not
last
this
year
year.
either.
They took a year in between.
Naked's coming up in 2025,
Yeah.
January, in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Should be really busy coming up in 2025. We have not official tour dates yet. Kind of sound like a band. But we'll get those dates out as soon as we possibly can. But let's kick right into the meat of this. We're advertising this as kind of a Thanksgiving thankful and roast show. So you guys had been prepped to come with something that you are thankful for about each one of us.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
There's nothing to be thankful for?
No, I'll figure it out, but I definitely didn't think of
All
it.
right, you're going first
Why am I going first?
because you didn't prepare. It's like that teacher calling on the kid.
All right, I could do this.
What are you thankful for about Dave?
Does this have to pertain to the podcast or just
No,
Dave in general?
Just what are you thankful for?
What are we doing here? We're moving that camera. Okay.
I'm gonna follow this while you guys are.
I am
You might want to sit in that chair and move your mic so you can see better.
thankful for Dave's crazy business savvy mind when it comes to farming and farmland. Dave and I have had some pretty cool sales. Dave sold a farm for me this year early that actually happened on one of our trips, or started to happen on one of our trips down to Commodity Classic. It was like a joke. He's like, I got an investor that needs to spend a bunch of money, and I'm like, selling my farm for too much.
I'll
And
take
he's
a
like,
bunch
how
of money.
much?
Yep.
And I was like, I don't know, $15,000, and that got the thing started, and so he put that together, and then he helped me with the purchase of my 1031, and then he's helped me. I bought that one at auction, but gonna help me with that. So I'm very thankful for that in Dave. In the 5 years that we've been doing the podcast, 4 that I've been on the podcast, I've tried to put some deals together with Dave, and finally this year we got it.
We got it done.
So I'm thankful for that, for Dave.
And we upgraded your farm. You're always trying to build
Yeah.
bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
We got that accomplished.
Yep. So that I'm very thankful for that with Dave. Do
You
want me to
did a
keep
good
going?
job. That
Yeah.
was so nice.
Do you want me to keep going down the line, or now does someone else have to say something nice about me now?
I don't know if we got anything nice to say about you. That does make things a little bit more difficult. Oh, you might as well keep going if you got the role.
I'll go Rachel
Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen.
next.
Aw,
She
thank
can't
you.
go. She can't go last. Rachel has come into our lives as of late. I've known Rachel the last 2 months pretty well. 3 months, probably when it was June. So, gosh dang, time flies that we actually met in person at the NASCAR race, and I'm very thankful for her coming on our team, because that's a large leap of faith that someone would do, and your expertise. You could have went anywhere. You have the skills to go anywhere. You worked for Iowa Corn, obviously was very sought after beyond Iowa Corn, and they were kind of sad to lose you. So thank you. I'm very thankful for you coming on our show
No
and helping
problem.
us out. And I hope you
That
stay
was
around.
nice.
I hope you stay.
I hope you stay.
Yeah, and if there's ever an issue, that you
What?
bring it up so it doesn't fester.
What would be the reason, Corey, that she would leave?
Well,
Yeah.
because
I
her
don't know,
job
maybe-
description isn't what she's actually doing.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
And maybe someone would pay her a bunch of money. I don't know.
We're flexible, but yeah, shout out to my corn people. Still love you all. But that was very nice of you, Corey.
And then I'll go on to Tanner. I am thankful. I always make fun of Tanner for his militant scheduling, but I brought it up before that if it were just up to Dave and I to do this podcast, there would not be a podcast. There wouldn't have been a podcast for the last 4 years. So it would have just got off the runway and crashed. And because Dave and I's brains do not stay on one thing for a very long time, and that's very frustrating. So I guess I'm very thankful that you do that, and I'm thankful that you are very understanding, because you could fire us in a heartbeat and find someone that is not as entertaining, but maybe maybe stays on task.
I was gonna say definitely wouldn't be nearly as entertaining. That is 100% sure. But thank you. That drives my wife nuts too.
Mm-hmm.
When I schedule vacations out.
Oh yeah, I would
Mercy.
not want to be one of your family members.
One of your family members on
a
vacation.
Woo. Just
Oh, I didn't
What
even
do you-
think about that.
oh, it's terrible.
How's it terrible?
I like having plans on vacation, but not like I have to be here at
I
this
don't
exact
tell you
time.
when you had to get to go to the bathroom.
I feel like
and
you
when
probably
don't.
give them a detailed Excel spreadsheet.
No.
I'm just
There's
saying
definitely an
that's-
itinerary.
There's definitely an itinerary.
And you think you like it, but then the one time we saw it when we went down to Orlando for Commodity, and you'd been there for what, 5, 6, 7 days,
Yep.
and you could just see it on his face. He was over it. He scheduled everything exactly how he wanted it. They hit all their time slots. They went to these Disney parks at the right time and saw these Disney princesses that Tanner wanted to see.
Yep. Got my picture with all of them.
And then we got there, and Tanner was just glazed over and over the week, and I felt like that rolled over into some of our shows that week.
It was also one of the worst hangovers I've ever had. day 2 of that shit.
That was.
I pulled
I
I'm
thought
late
you were
on
gonna
that
say
one. You
Disney
guys-
World was. Which honestly, if you go to like the Epcot, that would give you a hangover.
Who'd you say? Whose fault did you
It
say?
was
it
Ag with Emma's fault.
Egg with
Yeah.
Emma. It
I
was.
mean, that night that
Whoa.
her and Brian were having the conversation in the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
And you couldn't understand either one of them.
Yeah.
And we were in much better shape than them.
we do have a comment, and I'm going to respond to it because it's directed at me. It said, if the turkey is late for dinner, does that ruin it? Yeah, my brother-in-law and I feel the same way. If you say we're eating at noon, we better be eating at noon. Or if it's 11:30, we don't need none of this 1:10.
Yeah, what time do you eat on Thanksgiving?
No. It needs to be noon. Like there's absolutely no
Everybody
reason.
eats late. They
Yeah,
always eat at
what?
like 2 o'clock. It's always.
But why is a normal day you eat at noon?
Because
or like, hey, it's 11:30.
I can
eat
answer
now.
this because it takes like 6 hours to make a turkey, and nobody wants to wake up at 4 in the morning. Like my grandmother would wake up at 4 in the morning. We'd eat at noon.
Yes, the way you
But
should eat.
now people are lazy, and so they don't want to wake up till 8 and then start their turkey. So we eat at 2 o'clock.
I was gonna say because it's Blackout Wednesday the night before, and so people get really drunk
what
in their
that's called?
hometown. Yeah,
I
all
didn't know that was
all
a
the
thing.
locals are coming. You guys, yeah, all
I
the
know
locals
this.
come home. They go to the hometown bar. Everybody gets drunk, and then you're a little bit hungover, so the turkey takes long to cook in the morning, and things are just slow.
It's
I
also
feel like the
day.
person that cooks the turkey
Is
shouldn't
not the
be
person.
the blackout.
Yeah, I don't
Wednesday.
think they're the person that goes to blackout.
Grandma.
You can ask Matt's uncle. Just kidding. He doesn't really go to Blackout Wednesday.
Yeah,
but-
see, you can get blackout Wednesday at home, but
Cody says at least at 3 o'clock.
no,
3 o'clock
no, you can't read. You're so old. You can't
Oh.
read
The
what it
latest.
says.
1 p.m.
Yeah.
at
1
the
p.m.
latest.
At the
the
latest, not
latest.
Yeah,
3
the
latest.
1 p.m. I can.
Now
I
you
can
eat
stand
at
by.
noon because then at 1:30 you can have your second round of desserts, and then at 3:30 you can have your second lunch, and then you can heat everything back up again for supper. Like you don't stop eating; you just got to start at noon.
What if you don't eat turkey?
That's
We
fine.
have prime rib.
I was gonna say you can have all types of options.
Yeah.
Throw that ham. Screw Christmas. Eat it for Thanksgiving.
Well,
Why not all?
Yeah.
Have it all.
Have it all.
Have it all.
Meatloaf.
I do like the prime rib.
My mom cooks
It's a
prime
power
rib
move.
for our like family Thanksgiving. Matt's family does turkey.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and then like regular ham. I'm a pork guy. I like the spiral ham. Have you ever had that with like it's
Yeah.
like brown sugar?
oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's pretty good. But honestly, look, I eat meat every day, every meal, right? Like when it comes to Thanksgiving, it's all the other good stuff that you never get. The green bean casserole, the cheesy potatoes, the salads. Like I fill up on that and then I'm like, okay, one piece of meat.
Okay, what's your favorite dessert though? For Thanksgiving specifically.
Ooh. Like this.
Yeah, just
So you cup the
Grab
mic. Cup the mic. Yeah.
No.
It used to be my grandma's banana cream pie. And then she kind of ruined it when she got older. My grandma that passed away on my mom's side, it got really watery and it wasn't as good.
Wasn't
But
the same.
my other grandma's, she has this Butterfinger pie that is very
Okay.
good. Yeah. Or my aunt's, she makes a fruit pizza.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It is good.
I do like fruit pizza, and I feel like I don't get it anywhere besides Thanksgiving. It's like you show up and you get veggie pizza and fruit pizza, and if you just made pizza acceptable for Thanksgiving, that's you could just have that. Dessert
Pizza with turkey. Turkey pizza with gravy.
Dave probably just
Oh.
gets chicken wings.
chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You got two kids. That's what you eat. So
Well, that leads into what I would say is one of the things I'm most thankful for about Dave is predictable and low maintenance. In a good way. Like I know that if he didn't get there to the meal in time and I wanted to order for him, I could order him a vodka Red Bull and chicken nuggets and he would probably be happy.
ding dong.
Or I also know that Dave doesn't have to have show notes, but he will show up and he can still participate and contribute to that episode even though. So low maintenance, I don't have to babysit him like I might have to others.
It's not me if we're all concerned.
So I'd say I'm thankful for the fact that
Fair enough.
That's a good one.
he's predictable.
Maybe we should have started with things we were going to critique, and then we could have ended on a good note.
I'm concerned.
No, that's
what
the
you
point of a
got-
roast.
I don't know what
What you got going on
I
here.
don't know what I have.
It's because you didn't come prepared.
I know. Well, that's me.
Well, I put my thankful thing for you, Corey, is I'm thankful for your extremely high standards.
Mm.
Yeah, you can tell it in your
My wife.
woman. Yeah. There are many times I just want to say F it and ship it and let's just put this out, move on and check a box. And Corey will say, no, that's not what we are about. That's not the quality of content. That's not the camera style we want. I mean, half the equipment that we have, if not more, is because of your high desire for high quality production.
Yeah. How much money did you waste trying to cut corners all the way
Didn't
there?
waste it. Everything is a
How many cameras have we bought?
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
Well, I rented out 2 cameras this morning, and she goes, I said, well, I've got 5 or 6 for you to choose from, and there's already 3 set up in the studio. And she goes, what? Oh, yeah, we got a couple.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a consumer of other people's content in ag and out of ag, and I see high quality content, and then I see some of our stuff who's been doing it for a while. Like, I feel like we're one of the best in the game, one of the most consistent, at least, is what I always say. That, and then we have something that's fuzzy or not as good, and we literally are paying some others on our team to create content. Like, we're going through the motions. Why not have it just be the best? Right?
Yep.
That's what we want to be. So let's just do it. Figure it out.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thankful for.
Good.
Now, what do I say about Rachel?
Everything.
No, I'm thankful that you have this desire, this no fear to go learn something new, and the drive to figure it out. Because there's, in the short amount of time that you've been with us, we have done things that we've never done before. We've looked into things that we've never looked into before. And most of that, because of the 3 of us having a very busy fall, you've kind of taken the lead on. And so I really appreciate that we have somebody now that can really take that lead and does it with what appears to be our best interest for the most part in mind.
I hope so. That's my intent. So
I would agree. I would wholeheartedly agree.
Nice. Oh, this is really mushy and gushy. Like
yeah.
We haven't got into the good
No,
stuff
we
yet.
No, we haven't
No.
got into the roast.
all right, Dave, knock it out, and we'll save Rachel's what she likes about us till the end. So
Oh
Corey,
yeah,
we
that'll
can-
be good. Then we'll leave here with like full heart.
Full hearts.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get your mic to do that. Yeah, at least for the video.
Yeah, I need my fancy new mic.
Would it
Before,
plug into this?
before you
I don't
start,
know.
the old Farm for Fun intro song, before the sea shanty, because we brought the sea shanty back. What was before the sea shanty?
For Farm for Fun?
Yeah, wasn't that the first Farm for Fun?
I think that was the fun one. Or the
Yeah.
first one. First one?
Or you think just, Jacob, you want it to go back to the longer? Because instead of the 2.5 minute version, we do just the 1 minute version.
Wasn't it our peanut farmer friend?
No.
He was after
Yep, he was after that.
the sea shanty, I think.
All right, Dave, kick it off. What are you thankful for?
I am thankful not to be fired. I am thankful that your 2 schedules allow for my schedule to be hit and miss sometimes, because this year it has been hit and miss. And trying to run a business and trying to do that, I'm thankful that Tanner went full-time podcasting. Because him being able to do that is able to grow the podcast, and so that's another thing. Just as a tripod, that we're taking this
He's gonna ride that.
not
I don't
not
like
to the
that.
next level. So yeah, that's definitely the overwhelming
Did
thankfulness.
you just combine both of us?
He did.
Can you do that? Is that allowed?
But I did separate him out, and so Tanner
I
definitely is.
missed. What was? Wait.
He likes Corey's tripod.
Okay.
He likes
Or he's thankful for Corey's tripod.
yeah. Now, I
No?
like Corey's mustache. That's those glasses are pretty sweet too.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. So, howdy, Dylan. How are you doing?
Oh, that's gonna get clipped.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's gonna get clipped.
Ugh.
So on Tanner's side, it's the listening skills. So when I have a question, I can call Tanner outside the podcast anytime and say, I got this grand idea and I like to talk and he's good at listening. And then he gives very good advice. So good suggestions make you think outside the box. That's a Tanner quality for sure. Likewise, Corey's in that game. So I'm thankful that Corey has been around to teach me everything I need to know about farming this past year. So just as much as I've helped him with selling real estate, he's helped me with learning how to be a full-time farmer as well on the side. And so, yeah, that's pretty cool. A lot of things to know that you don't know until you just don't know what you don't know. So both my overwhelming deal would be advice.
What'd you say?
What? What did I say?
No, he said that I was a good listener, so I said, what'd you say?
Oh,
Yeah.
Thanks for killing that joke. That was
And for Rachel, my thankfulness for her is she would be the yin to my yang. She brings youthfulness to this podcast.
yeah, tripods.
I wasn't even looking at her. So
is this what the cool kids are doing, Rachel?
This is what the cool kids are doing. It just when I never thought I was old until I met Rachel, and I literally that day went on my TikTok and said I'm officially old.
You gotta get a couple beers.
So you better go get a beer.
I need that canned wine.
So
Oh, yeah.
Isn't there
I wrote
canned wine in
Blues
there?
A, yes.
I wrote
Yeah.
Rachel and Mai's passive aggressive relationship.
Passive aggressive.
Is it passive aggressive? Yeah, it is. Okay.
100%. I've told my wife, I'm like, me and Rachel have this like passive aggressive,
good.
like I'm in, you're in, I'm out. Yeah.
I don't feel like it's like that. It's like okay.
You got to wait till the end on yours.
I don't know.
thought.
Yeah. Thank you.
It is carbonated. You may want to tap the top as he rolled it across.
Can you
there.
open that for me? I have nails on.
Oh, that's the excuse.
Wasn't there a deal like
They
if
look
you-
nice
That's good.
too.
That was
In case anybody's wondering, I'm still waiting. So
yeah. No, that's
Unfortunate.
very good. Well, there you go. We got those out of the way. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, but those were all very nice things to say about each other.
that was nice.
Now we may spend an
I feel like the yin to the yang is a better way of saying passive aggressive
Passive-aggressive?
relationship.
That's why I said it first.
Okay. Let's stick to that one.
That's good. Now for the good part.
I got to start?
You don't have to start. Should we
Blueberry.
flip a quarter?
I kind of like going first because then I can get it. I can. Then you guys can't steal.
Oh, are you doing your
steal mine.
roast
I
now?
feel like we should be.
Is it a
playing
roast?
music
Is
in
it a
the
roast?
background.
Is it a critique?
That wasn't the second question you sent us.
I think it's an improvement. Like, what can somebody improve
What's the
on?
thing I would change? Yeah, it's not really.
Yeah,
a
see, I didn't even
roast.
know this was a roast. I thought it was something we should change like positively about the
I
podcast.
think, I think that's how I took it.
Oh, that's not how I took it.
Well,
Tanner's
Corey gets to
smirking like it should be a
Corey
roast.
gets to lead his way. We'll follow
That
Corey's
means
lead.
Tanner's
I think
are
it's
more
just something we can
roasty.
make fun of someone for, like because we're friends, right?
We're getting
Besides
made.
me,
We're
we'd
getting
be
made
nice to
fun
me.
of for how old our Busch Light is.
Yeah.
That is kind of an old game.
You know what? It was free.
It's a cool can, nonetheless.
Oh, it's still good through the end of August.
Guys, I forgot to tell you this. You know my new fishing pole? My
Broke it?
pink one?
Yeah?
It's broken.
Why? Catch a lunker?
Yep, we'll say that.
That's how you.
There
What do
was
you
a
say?
very good.
David, back in the day, we had box wine. Now she has cans for it. Old
Yeah.
people shit.
I will tell you that wine is very good from Sonoma Valley. It's blueberry and wine. Very good.
It is very good. Grape and blueberry carbonated wine.
Sarah's
Sonoma County.
Ranch.
As long as it's cold. Oh my gosh. Brenna, I like her. I follow her on TikTok. I feel like we would be
Yeah,
best
Brenna
friends.
said she was going on a podcast, and I asked
I
when
wondered
she
if
was.
it was ours.
Yeah, when?
But I didn't
when are we
message her, so
doing
I was
this?
like, maybe
Well,
Tanner did? I don't know.
Jack says that she wants to, or Jack wants to be on our podcast too. So
Okay.
Brenna, whose podcast was it?
Yeah, tell us.
100%.
Spill the tea.
J-Tac.
All right, I'm gonna jump into this and give my critiques
we'll wait
and
for Brenna's response.
my roast of
Alright.
people, and I'm gonna start with Rachel because the ladies first.
That's just
and
rude.
last night was the epitome of my critique.
Oh.
I could. Rachel and I probably are similar on a lot of things, and maybe some excitement and anxiety, especially when it's something that we're passionate about. Whether it be dogs or politics or whatever. And last night she called, and I came in for a quick meeting, and I was here all freaking afternoon yesterday because of Tanner.
It's not because of me.
And
was
she
because of
called
me.
Tanner, not knowing I was there. And she's like, hey, Tanner's like, you're on speakerphone. And she's freaking out because we have a potential, doesn't matter what it is,
I had mild anxiety.
has some politics. And as the call went, anxiety rose. And she's like, I need to respond to this person right now. We need to send him a text, an email. I need to call him. And
Need a
it was
PowerPoint, a
such a
presentation,
big
and
decision that it was like,
What do they
can
call
we
it?
just...
Musicgrams? When you send somebody to their front door and sing a song, you
Yeah.
need to send a musicgram?
It's caroling.
Oh,
I mean,
What did you call it?
a musicgram.
And
I don't think it's called that.
No,
Anyway.
the cool kids know.
What's it called?
Caroling.
He's gonna roast you for
when
interrupting
can
here pretty
send
quick.
Something. I'll look it up.
You,
You guys
carol.
keep going.
Christmas caroling.
Brenda
Keep-
didn't tell us what it was.
She just said it's airs on Sunday.
Going.
It airs Sunday.
Anyway, the anxiety, I would just say, and I need to say it to myself, like in that situation, we need to take a breath and step back and ask the questions of what impacts it could have on everybody. And it gave me anxiety.
Yeah. I would say out of everybody here, Corey and I are the most alike with personality wise. So
That's dangerous.
my anxiety gets to him, and I was high anxiety, high stress.
And when you could just hear it from across the
Okay,
room
but
on
let's
the
put it into
speakerphone.
perspective. I have a cold. I was tired. I was at a leadership program thing for like 2 days. My schedule's been completely off. Then I get a phone call that we like need to have something by like 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
In life, very few times is there actually something that needs to be done by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
But in my mind, that's what needed to happen. Like I was like, I need to have a whole pitch deck and a pretty PowerPoint by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning with some ideas.
Tito's in the cabinet.
Dave
What
brought
is
us
that?
So
A
he needs to
singing
drink it.
telegram, historically linked, but tend to be humorous.
Oh, he
Sometimes
literally
an
pulled it
artist
up.
in costume and formal clothing.
I've never heard of this.
Oh,
What is
okay.
that? Fruit punch?
Yeah, kind of a fruit punch. Won this at one of my auctions.
What?
Interesting. But yes, I will say
All
my
right.
anxiety gets
You
to
got
him.
Rachel covered.
All right, I'm gonna go to Tanner next because I think I did Dave first last time. Oh, it's mixed. It's mixed.
It's peppermint.
Yeah. Did you smell it?
No,
I
I
can
did
smell it
not.
from here.
It's cinnamon.
My critique or roast of Tanner is you're so passionate about something that when it doesn't go your way, you get so flustered
Yeah,
that you're like a toddler.
it's pretty good.
And
at it.
it's an absolute brain fog of like, are you in there, Tanner? And I think it's because you're so smart every other second of your life,
Is
and it comes
calculated.
out, and I just want to like slap you up the head and be like, hey,
Oh, that's a
you
good
know
one.
this is the right move. Like, come through it. Like when we were dealing with an issue on a show and we didn't have good quality, right?
Right.
You said I like you.
You do.
the quality. Like, no, we can't put this out. Not only we can't put this out for this show, even though they're fine with it.
Right.
It shows bad on us to anybody else that would want to work with us. So,
No, you nailed that one.
and I had to call Rachel one time,
He did.
and I don't even know what that is. And I'm like, hey, I just want to tell you, Tanner's flustered right now, which is fine. Tanner doesn't think straight when he's flustered.
Which I think is interesting because I feel like it's like opposite when I get flustered. Tanner's like, Rachel, we need to calm down. We need to like take
That's
a breath.
why we're so good.
But
as
like
a
when
group.
Tanner's flustered, I'm like, okay, we need to calm down. We need to take a breath. So I feel like we balance each other because we get stressed about different things.
Brenda
I don't
says
know.
the secondary podcast.
Secondary.
That's a good name. I've never heard of that.
Kinda like the
Secondary,
tripod.
That's fine.
Who's the first?
Okay, definitely gonna listen to it.
That is. That
Did
is
you
really
say
good.
who's the first?
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
That was a good one. That was,
All right, I'm
spot
gonna go
on.
to Dave, and I'm gonna blare it on out there. And this has nothing to do with the podcast. I think I just find it weird.
That he owns
Other
yellow
than
glasses.
talk to text.
Well,
No,
talking
that
to-
is that
I
is
mean,
it.
that can be somebody
I
else's
gotta-
because that's
I gotta
that's
cross that one
that's
off
an
my
easy
list.
one.
Talk to
Is
text.
you buy your wife clothes?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That
Does anybody else buy your I see women buy guys' clothes all
yeah.
the time, and they're not like everyday normal clothes. Like if they aren't showing nipples, you aren't buying it.
oh,
Oh, not necessarily.
I would.
She still moderates half the crap I buy. So half of it just gets sent back.
Moderates. It has to moderate what you buy.
So you buy it for your own personal pleasure, make her model it around the bedroom.
No,
and
not
then
necessarily.
She's not going to work out in public.
So
I'm just saying, Anne, if you need me to purchase your clothes, I'm happy to.
I don't know.
Dave
It might
can
take
give me a
you
credit card.
forever to get that done because you couldn't make a choice of picking 3 things out of 3 things the other day when it came to that shop that Corey sent
Oh, that
you.
is true.
There were 7 things on there.
I know,
my
but there
wife
was
buys
so
me
many
hats.
options.
He says,
There were so many options, and I felt like they were like the worst is when the options are similar. So like it's like there's 3 polos, one's a gray, black, and burgundy. Say like I cannot decide which one I want.
so I get to go to lots of events.
She
and
buys
see-
him hats. She buys him 31 hats because he has a hat for every day. Right?
Oh,
Isn't
mercy.
that what he's been doing?
Yeah.
So, your eyes aren't supposed to travel elsewhere to other women. So I'll see someone else wearing something. I said, oh, my wife would look great in that. So I go buy it.
Which
And then
just
does she get
said that
mad
you look at
because
other
you s-
women.
I'm gonna start.
I feel like you just contradicted
Corey.
yourself.
No, I didn't. I said my wife would look good in that.
And then
so,
you said men's eyes aren't supposed to wander to other women. And then you said
So then I
you
was
see
like,
women
hey,
wearing nice things.
let's keep
and
the
so
eyes in
you,
the right spot. Let's buy it here.
He's selling different lot numbers. That was one of the comments.
You're the only person I know that buys their wife clothes on a regular basis.
My wife would rather buy cows than clothes. So
I like-
she would be.
I
like
do
this
appreciate
comment.
that about her.
We'll only buy my wife clothes if she gives me exact specs and a screenshot. I would say, yeah, I need an Amazon link. That would be. Farmers protect what matters most with Sukup Manufacturing. Proudly family owned and made right here in the USA, Sukup is your go-to innovator for grain bins, dryers, and other grain storage solutions designed to keep your hard work safe. Corey, how did your bin site run this fall?
Flawlessly. Our fall was fast and furious. We didn't have to dry any corn, so I didn't have to use my mixed flow dryer for drying. But I did use it to meter out grain into my air system because we don't have a leg. So that worked great. All the electronics worked great. The bins worked fantastic. The fans worked great. And we're getting ready to actually haul some out to core our bins and use our drag system from Sukup.
Hey, there you go. With Sukup's unmatched quality and support, you get peace of mind just like Corey to make sure your grain stays protected. Sukup leads the way with reliability and performance. Visit sukup.com today.
Did I ever show you the picture of us when we first went out? My wife was very,
Yeah. I mean, it looked like it was from like 1999.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Would have been, yeah. About there.
Was it?
Somewhere in there. 2001, 2002. Yeah.
That's good.
We
All
have
right,
a
fair
lot
enough.
of people
So did he
saying
buy
that
it
they,
for- I'll take it
the roast.
they need the link in the size.
But
and
they don't
everything.
all show nipples.
I mean, you got to see some of this stuff. It is not your like typical.
It's like he
clothes.
went on to like your ideal
Shein?
Instagram model and was like, I'm gonna purchase all of her clothes.
He went to the
You
Amazon.
didn't
You
purchase
need to
from
see
Shein, did you?
Anne's.
He went
I
to the
purchased from Shein.
farm for profit.
Once you
Amazon list.
buy something,
You're supposed to buy local.
they will follow you around forever. But
Shein?
like
the,
everybody.
the retargeted market.
You need to
Retargeted
see
market.
Anne's orange romper that
I've
she
never
wore
met
to the
Anne.
That's a
National
good-
Farm Machinery Show.
I've never met Anne.
More
Pull up a
com-
picture of that.
More compliments about
I
that.
still,
than-
You'll get to
I know
meet
more
Anne.
about Anne's clothes than I know about Anne, and the fact that she likes to buy cows, which I admire about her.
Well,
So
you'll get
I
to meet.
admire Anne from afar, and if we get to meet, that'd be great.
It just tells you I got the
Get
we
best.
can
better
talk
up
about
close.
clothes.
I got the best wife ever. Yep,
Yeah.
that's pretty much
best
it.
wife. That's better than you saying you got the best style ever.
I don't even
'cause
know if I
Yes.
have a picture of that.
We would argue with that.
Who do we got here?
Oh, hey.
Wholeheartedly.
Oh man,
I also think somebody asked, like, did he end up buying the clothes? He buys all of Anne's clothes, just for reference.
not most of them.
Most of
They're
them.
in the fridge.
Yes.
He
I'm more of a
said,
shopper. Anne's not a shopper at all.
We got
Yeah,
a guy
that's
here
why.
said he bought his wife a seed sweatshirt.
Oh, okay. So
That's,
for Christmas
sexual.
every year, my dad gives my mom a seed sweatshirt, and it's her most expensive Christmas present every year
That's fair.
because it came from the seed.
That's
We all
pretty good.
gathered that, but
All right, Corey, you got them all out.
I did. Now who's up?
Dave, you want to go next? Or you want me to go next?
Go for it.
You want me to go? All right, I'll start with you then, Dave.
Game on.
I think you. My observation is you could spend less time on your phone during recording.
You asked me to find the picture. You dog.
literally
That was
on
me.
his
I
phone.
did. I asked you to do that.
No, I say when doing interviews, I think you need to ask shorter questions.
Huh.
What?
That's what I wrote. So my criticism for my own was shorter questions.
Oh, well,
Right
that
there.
doesn't make mine
Oh,
fun
he
anymore.
literally wrote
Oh,
it.
we have to criticize ourselves?
I criticized myself too, and I put shorter
Should've.
questions.
That's a good point.
Okay,
if you're
I'll-
going to criticize others,
I'll
not,
go-
let's not use criticize. Let's use
Criticize? We're
Yeah.
criticizing. We're good.
the
Okay,
thing is,
that's
what
pretty
would
much
we
what we're doing,
change?
but-
What would
Yep.
we change?
Yeah.
So I put what would I change about myself?
we should criticize ourselves.
I put
too.
shorter questions.
I think that's fair.
I like
Good job,
that.
Dave.
That's good. Okay, I had 3 for you, and they're all really small. Because they're already small. You need to get better at picking bourbon. Because I still remember the bourbon that you got us that you said had a horse on it. That
Blanton's.
you didn't. That was not Blanton's.
I think you got the horse.
I think somebody
Soldier,
dumped the Blanton's out of it
whatever.
and put in a something else. But that was not good bourbon.
I get better at bourbon.
I like it.
Brenna says for Christmas her dad gives her a $50 discount on custom application.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that was really good.
Here's the dress, but it's in a different context.
Corey, my ones for you. 2 things.
Yes.
Oh.
That is very 70s.
Yeah, that's what it was.
For
Did
you
you
to
get that from Sheen?
for you to read your email.
Yeah.
I think you should get better at reading your email. And 2, you need to have an elementary understanding of time zone differences.
That is
Oh,
a
yes.
recent problem. That is a recent
Okay,
problem.
but like we were both in Central Standard Time last week, or what day was
Everybody
that?
was. Yes.
And he still missed the meeting.
To be fair, I was on the phone with someone else.
Are we gonna crop this photo of just Ann and then put it in the podcast?
we could send it to Kiowa.
I don't know. It's on Facebook.
Show the people on the live.
Okay, for those on the live, this is what Dave bought Ann. Oh, it's
She
not
loves pantsuits.
It's not focusing. There we go.
Pantsuits.
Anyway.
that was a 1970s themed
you
gala
go.
we went to. That's why we bought it.
Yeah. I would agree with those criticisms. The
would-
time zone thing was recently, and I've just been after harvest. I do feel like I have been. I mean, between seed and this and all the other stuff that we've been doing on the farm side, it's like I've just been flustered, and I suck at reading emails.
I'm gonna have to.
Jesus.
I get that. I'm gonna have to start calling you Elton Corey or Elton Hillebo
with
with
my
your glasses. Everybody is in love with those sunglasses.
I think that should be his
I
normal
tell you what,
outfit.
I bought them for.
I
a
feel like
fashion
John
statement.
Goodman. That's what I feel like.
That's good. All right, Rachel. My thing for you is a little tongue in cheek, but you need to agree with Corey and my wife less.
I feel like that's fair though, because
Because
like
Allie and I are like this.
yeah, and Allie and I are
It's
like
the whole group
this.
is against me. Dave's the only one on my side.
So Allie and I set up a separate meeting every week to just chat with each other because we felt like we were disconnected from each other because like Tanner was talking to her in bed and then like we were talking during meetings. So I just felt like I needed to have a meeting with Allie. I felt like that was fair. And
So she wants less talking in bed.
no, I think she likes that.
Oh.
I don't know. You'd have to ask her. But I now realize what that sounds like.
Nice.
But so it was just helpful to have a meeting with her. So now we just chat about a lot of things, and then we have big plans and big ideas, and nobody's there to rein us in. So we're just full
right.
force.
No rain.
And then Corey also agrees with our ideas. So the only person that really doesn't is Tanner, but he's the realist in the group. So
there you go. Those are
Andy.
my 3.
Speaking
It is
of
bright in here. It's bright as my future.
Bright is my future.
All
Now it's
right.
Dave's turn.
Yeah, so I was going all like how to like improve the podcast, not like
Personal.
Hold on. We have to address this comment. Those sunglasses make me worried that there is a black pleather couch somewhere in the room.
There was.
Little did they know where Corey is sitting.
Where do you think we got all the money to do all of this?
Exactly where Corey
that
is
was
sitting.
prior to me working here, just so we're all aware.
That's true.
That's where Rachel came from.
That's oh jeez.
Why does Rachel know about this?
know about what?
Exactly.
the pleather couch.
Pleather couch.
I didn't.
Yeah, you should. If anybody else knows Delaney, they need to ask Delaney about this black pleather couch.
Oh,
Because Corey was on that with her.
In a professional manner,
How
right?
do you know?
I don't know. I'm just assuming.
It's all professional if it paid well.
I can't even drink my drink.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, Dave.
All right. I put for Tanner, this last year has gotten to be, since you've gone full-time podcasting, has gotten to be lots of business. And you said when we stop having fun
That's fair.
is when we stop. I think you've stopped having fun. You've made it a business, which you have to because it's your job. But you need to not forget that you said we'd stop it if we're not having fun. So don't be so business. I put less business.
What if his business is fun?
It needs to be. Yep.
That's good.
I
You guys
put
have both had good ones.
That was really thoughtful.
I'm
and,
really
like,
curious to see.
I'm
what
really
Rachel's
proud
gonna
of Dave
say.
right now. I did not prepare any because I did not know I would be sitting here right
You got
now.
the whole show.
I did have the whole show. Is it my turn?
No, not yet. That was
Okay,
good,
I was
Dave.
gonna say,
like
that was very thoughtful.
That's a very good target to hit after.
I'm proud
Corey's
of
might
you.
not be so attainable, but
Corey's might not be so obtainable. It happens though. Even half the reason that I've been absent for maybe 10% is business.
Yeah.
There's a lot of business there, and we have to do business because we have to make money and we have to feed our families. However, if it's not fun anymore, then it'll go by the wayside, and it won't be the tripod that it is now. As he smiles. Yeah, I put David.
is there a longer leg on this stool of tripod?
The third leg.
I put shorter questions because I've listened to a bunch of ours, and what I tend to do is I try to prepare the person who's going to give the answer I want them to give. So I tell them a story, I set it up, I even talk about commodities, I talk about the market, I talk about WASD, so that they answer in a certain fashion that I want them to. Then I pop the question. Well, then they've already prepared that, and I've impregnated stuff in their head, that an idea that then they give the answer that I was looking for. I need to just shorten my questions. It's funny you said that because I wrote it right
Is
there.
that how you get things accomplished with your wife?
All the time, yeah.
So you have 2 kids?
There you go.
I think it's because you're an auctioneer. You have groomed yourself with filler, right? Filler words.
Mhm.
You said it even in
Downtime.
when we were coming back from Nebraska that why you don't win the world because your answers aren't to the point, and
They were last year.
you talk for 2 minutes because you have 2 minutes
Yep.
to get to what you want to say.
And they've told us to. Yep. I'm with you. And Corey, the only thing I had was be more cowboy because I like cowboy Corey. So
Yeah, I'm voting we all get like our cowboy hats sometime.
I should have
and,
brought-
We've
like,
got them.
I know, like we wear them for something.
Now we could wear them because we don't have to headphones.
Yeah.
That we could have worn them right now. I don't have mine in the car.
Dang. I should have, when I went back and shaved, I should have grabbed mine.
But Corey's definitely the most social of all of us and has the most following. So I really don't have a roast for that other than let some of us else have a little bit of play out there. Yeah.
It's wide open. It's a wide open area out there. You can
Yeah.
go do it.
Save some for the rest of us. Right? No.
Save some stash for the
Yeah,
rest.
save some stash for the rest of us.
Shave into a stash.
There it is.
You can grow a mustache.
I guess I
We
should.
should do that for one of the trade shows and just all be just mustaches.
Dude, that's the picture I just
I'll
showed
even
you.
bring a fake one.
It's so bad.
That would be
No,
good.
I want you to grow a real one.
Ooh, that's kind of tough for me, but we'll see.
All right. Do you have one for Rachel?
Are you ready for this?
Oh, that's good. You even slicked back the hair.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's
that might be more creepy than me.
I was right with 1970s night. So.
That's good.
Rachel's
I was
face.
ready for that.
I would not. recommend saying that.
I have lots of criticism for Rachel. So
Oh, boy.
the biggest one is you don't know what you don't know yet. And somebody
Sure.
told me that when I was young, and I just was pissed. I'm like, what do you mean? I freaking, I'm master my game. The older I get, I now agree with everything those people told me when I was young. And I just think of a couple times when we were at shows that you and I went out together to meet with vendors. And I was like, hey, I'm like, whoa, slow your roll just a second. You got to read the crowd. So
Yeah.
my change is make sure you read the crowd before you push the agenda.
No, I like that one.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like before this, I didn't really expect to do like any sales type of things. I was brought on for marketing, which isn't always talking to the partners, but since it's a small team, getting thrown into that stuff and learning is
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
definitely different. It's definitely new, and we're rolling with the punches. But yes, that is a good one because I remember we went to one booth and I was like, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. I was so confident before we got
more
there.
on me
and
'cause I didn't, didn't prep you either.
They
No,
want
but
they
I
want
think-
you on the camera.
I think that was good. Oh,
They want to see who you are. Yeah.
I need more cameras so whoever is speaking is on camera. Here, I'll just flip it.
Need more cameras?
left
Yeah.
camera. Hello,
Well, you'll have to go watch the full episode.
That's
not
right.
Just
We'll have
There.
all
Now
angles.
it'll
not
just
just
be
the
David
TikTok.
on.
Oh, yeah.
There you go for the second half of the show.
Yeah, for the second half, we'll just sit
For the last
here.
10 minutes of the show.
Oh, this doesn't go that far.
doesn't go that far.
You just
You want me
need
to pull it over here?
Here, let's just go like this.
Yeah.
Oh, stretch.
You know what? We need one of those sticks that craps
selfie stick?
dealer has.
Oh, craps dealer.
So
Push
we can
down,
just
pull it
push
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do they call those, Tanner?
Don't they make a thing they sell on TikTok all the time that follows you as you're riding your horse? Mevo, I think
Or
it's
like
called.
the owl.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see us both now. Like best friends.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, now it's Rachel's turn.
I said I had lots though.
Oh yeah, he has
Oh,
more.
you got
he
more?
said.
Okay,
He
just dump
wrote
them.
down.
I didn't write any of yours
You
down.
didn't write
I
any
didn't
of
know you
mine
were going to be
down,
on the
I'm scared.
podcast. But no, what the only other big beef I have. No, okay, I'm just kidding. Beef is when I first met Rachel. I didn't even know she was working with us, and it was like she was the tripod. And so then I was like, "Oh, I'm fired. She's the tripod."
What is it?
No, we
What does
only
that
grow.
even
We
mean?
only grow.
Oh,
Nobody goes.
no.
Nobody goes, always grow.
I would say, you know how like that tripod right there has 3 legs? Like
Yeah.
you guys can be the legs, and then
It
I'll be
kinda
like the
has-
cell
You're just
phone.
the center
Forward.
stand in
Like
the
we're
middle
just
that actually
adding
holds it
more
up.
to the
A large
tripod.
rod
No.
that's top.
I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. Well, I'm glad to
I
have you.
didn't mean to overtake your third wheelingness.
I
with
thought you were
Corey and Tanner.
overtaking my third wheelingness.
I didn't mean to do that. So
It
I
was-
apologize.
Funny, she's a product of growth, and Tanner, even though it was more full time on the podcast, then created the business, more business, and
correct.
that needed someone to be working in it all the time or on it all the time, whatever. I don't know what's the right wording there.
Somebody is applauding us for doing this. They said openly communicating about things to improve upon and grow.
What is
a
Dave
great
drinking?
idea.
Cody, this is like a peppermint schnapps. But they I do an auction where the town gets to rebottle and mix their own drinks, and so they save Crown Royal bottles and then they put them in.
Fill it with
So it's
poison.
not
yeah.
Crown Royal mixed
No,
with
it's not.
something.
It's
Oh.
like peppermint schnapps or something, but
Yeah.
it's
I
good.
thought it was like
Smells
fruit
like
punch
a-
and Crown Royal. That's this whole time
Smells like
I've
a
been like
Fireball.
Atomic
kinda grossed
yeah,
out.
it smells like atomic fireball.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
That-
good.
Not Fireball the whiskey. It's like an atomic Fireball.
Right,
like
the
you-
candy.
I was drinking water until they said we had to come up with like disses on everybody. So
That's
Yeah,
why
then
I was
this
drinking
is,
water too.
This is more like
They're
an improvement
critiques.
show.
They're
Like I didn't
critiques.
think. Yeah, it's not even a roast.
But
All
I
right.
think that's nice of that person. Honestly, I think this is great.
They
'cause
figured you were drinking Kool-Aid.
we
Yeah.
have that's
It does not taste
Does
or
look like
smell like it looks. It looks fruity.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I've never
before.
had it. I've smelled it like 3 times. Like, nah, I'm not. I had a
Oh.
bad run-in with Fireball
I
back
can
in my
smell
day,
the
and
cinnamon. It's like
Yeah.
I can smell it from here.
it's like, no, thank you.
Okay.
All right, Rachel, you're going to start with your
Critiques.
critiques, and you're going to finish us on a positive.
Are we doing memories?
I don't know if we're going to have time.
Oh,
We might have to save that for like a Christmas episode.
I'll keep them fast, I guess.
can I give
We
one
can do
fast
that.
memory?
Yeah.
All right, Corey, out at World of Egg Expo. He's we bought flowers. And he's
Oh,
standing
that
next to the track hoe, and he's like, "Oh, girl, you're not a hoe." Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you are a hoe. Like that was
That whole-
2024 Valentine's
that makes
Day.
sense.
It was
Yes.
awesome.
Yes. That makes
Best
sense.
that was the best short of the entire year.
That was fun. I
that
forgot
was
about
really
that.
good.
That was my memory.
There you go. Okay. Well, I can start with Dave.
Of course. No, just kidding.
Let's see. We're gonna do like a list for each of you. Maybe
It has
Dave's
to have
is the
voice to
longest.
text.
Okay, yeah, voice to text has to stop, or we have to review what it says, because Dave's emailed me a few times and he spells my name wrong every time.
He spells everyone's name
He
wrong.
spells
How do you
everybody's
spell
name wrong.
Rachel wrong?
I just
He
put it in.
adds an
I just,
extra A
I just put it in
Oh,
voice to text, and
Rachel.
that's
You're,
with the
you're Raquel.
E-A-L.
Rachel.
Yeah, that
Raquel.
or A-E-L. He does
Rochelle?
A-E-L, I think.
What's up, Mark?
Raphael.
It's just an E-L. Just solid E-L is good.
all right. Fair enough. I
So
didn't. know I
that
spelled
drives
your
me
name
a little crazy. Just because I'm like, oh, you could have reviewed that. Like,
Yeah.
what if we had you send an email out to a partner? I wouldn't feel comfortable with that now, because I'm like, oh, he spells everything wrong,
wrong.
or you don't add a comma, or just like grammar. Okay.
Hey Siri,
that was a-
text Ann. Tell her you're gonna get it down and dirty tonight.
Oh boy.
That went through.
Well,
That does bring me
gotta
my second though.
Cut
I
that
had
one at 5:57.
I had to change Dave's profile picture on Facebook. It was an accidental change, but it changed because I felt like the photo was a little bit chaotic.
Commas save lives. We get
It's
it
now his
right.
phone background, so
What was
Wow,
it?
people are just pouring.
we
in.
know
was
what
our
it is. It's
vacation
his
picture.
phone background. It's his
Was
vacation.
it-
I changed it today just
Is
for
it
her.
nipples?
No, the swing.
No,
It's
it was
the
the swing.
vacation
Oh, the
swing
sex
photo.
swing.
We were just
Yes.
sex swing. Not a sex
It's a
swing.
vacation swing photo.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm glad you and Ann have fun.
Yeah,
I like how you clarified that. It was a vacation swing photo.
it was.
Not
No,
a-
the
Out on a
worst. The
beach.
worst part about that photo, when you start thinking about it, is who took the photo.
Yeah, okay. Corey put that in my head. It was like, who took the photo, Rachel? And I was like, I
That's
don't know. It
probably-
was
It was a
on
family
vacation.
vacation.
Yes, a family
Someone
vacation.
walking on the beach.
Yeah. Hey, sir, will you take our photo?
So yeah, but the shorter answers or shorter questions, I think you critiqued yourself there. Just
Andy
you
the
know,
farmer talks
kind
too
of
fast.
leading them to the. Oh, you're reading that. Okay, leading them to the answer is good in some scenarios, but sometimes it's better to let the guests talk because that's who we're supposed to listen to.
It
so.
is. Boy, there's some guests that know how to do it, Tanner, and some that
It's fair.
don't.
I would say you're very helpful though in those situations where somebody feels uncomfortable talking on a
Sent
mic.
a double heart-eyed emoji. I don't know if I've ever sent that before.
A double
You
what?
sent that?
Double heart-eyed, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Corey. This is hard because Corey and I are a lot alike. So like critiquing him is like,
like critiquing
critiquing
you?
myself. But yeah, like yesterday when my anxiety was high and then like your anxiety got high, I think we were just like stressing each other out in that scenario. So what are you writing now?
He's got another one.
For me?
No, for Corey.
Oh, yeah.
See, I only had the mustache or become a cowboy for Corey, but I got a good one now.
So in those situations, I think Corey and I both care deeply about specific things, and we have an eye for social content a little bit more than others. And so sometimes we're trying to be the best on social platforms, and if we miss a mark, it gets to both of us. And so I know, like, we had something come up last Sunday, and the whole Sunday was a bad day for me. Matt was not well because I was not well, but
I did not mean for that to be a bad Sunday for you.
that's okay. It's okay. I felt terrible about it because it was something like I missed and I need to take responsibility for that situation. But at the same time, I know Corey gets worked up about those things, and disappointing Corey is like disappointing myself. So it's really hard to do.
And I don't think it was I don't think it was a singularly big event. I just feel like we have, as a whole, missed on a lot of small things lately.
Yes.
Hey, Eric
That-
Peterson, how you doing?
That is no one person's fault. It's just it's growing pains is what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
And
so it's fine.
yeah, there's been some change in a few different things of who's handling what, and it was just a miscommunication in that scenario. And so, yeah, disappointing Corey is like disappointing myself. I'll stick with that one. So it's very hard to do, and I don't want to disappoint you more, but
I appreciate that.
That's not really a critique for you. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. We need to be more.
You don't want me to be disappointed.
But I don't want to be go with the flow. That's the other thing. Like I don't want to say.
No, you don't have to
tell
worry
you to
about
be,
that with me around.
Yeah, I'm like I don't want to tell Corey to be more go with the flow because like
Until
missing marks on that content is important. That's what
Right.
drives my paycheck. So
Yeah. Until you want to ship subpar content.
yeah,
And you're like, just ship it.
Yeah, there we go.
there you go.
Oh my God, a live recording. Ashley the Grain Lady.
Yeah, I feel bad for her. We were going to pick her brain and then...
She was not happy with me last night. I called you first, Ashley. That's all I can say.
Uh-huh.
And at some point, I had to leave and go home.
Eric says he wants to know more about my corn heads. What's the skinny? Corey, you own one.
Where did you
They're
see
good.
that at?
He just
On the
he just
live.
posted it on the live. Eric Peterson, North Ames. They're longer.
Yeah, my corn heads, I mean, let's just start without the corn head. Just the people, badass, right? Like,
You'd like them, Eric.
I like to do business with people that I like, right? Like, you could have the best product, but if you suck as a person,
Yep.
and I have one of those products actually right now, I love the product. I don't like the people, and it pisses me off anytime I call for parts or, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They're just kind of a-holes, and I don't like that. Maya, I love those guys. So before we even get to the cool parts about the cornhead, I just like working with them. But yeah, the cornheads, they're just bulletproof, right? Like, they don't break down. 3-year warranty. They have a lot of the agronomic features that other cornheads that I really like do. They run flatter. They got longer row units.
That's all we got time for a
daily
sales pitch.
maintenance.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
There we go.
And the only thing I could say is we finally got to run one on my in-laws operation, and we break everything. And so far, almost 1,800 acres, the only thing we broke is a gathering chain, and that was our fault.
they do have support, local
And
support
that
as
head
well.
has 20,000 acres.
That has
on it.
20,000. Yeah, it's going to now.
And it's never been rebuilt.
Almost 22,000 acres on it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Unheard of, actually.
Parts availability, yes. Right there in Maxwell, Iowa.
Yeah.
But you're not going to need them. He's got a pallet of parts that still have dust on them from the original shipping container.
When I got our first head in 2019, that was our concern. Our dealer was over 200 miles away, and they said, "Don't worry, if it's anything major, we'll overnight it to you. But here's a pallet of parts." The only thing we've ever been to that pallet of parts for was a snout.
Is that camera going?
No, it's that.
Was a snout, and
It wants to know if you're still going. You got to put the puzzle piece into puzzle.
and now we have a dealer 15 minutes from us,
Is your hair crooked?
and we've still never been to that dealer.
Is my hair crooked? What do you mean?
Made you look.
Is that good?
Yeah, you're good.
And then check this camera.
There you go. That's good.
It's good.
That one's not on.
Okay, I was like that.
All right, where are we at? We keep getting sidetracked.
All right, we got
Yep.
just a couple minutes left of this.
We were going for
Oh,
Rachel's
I had
roast
to
on
critique
Tanner.
Tanner yet.
Critique, rather.
Oh, I was trying to get.
I know this is going
Yeah,
to be
he
such
was
a
trying to work
serious
around it.
episode. Jeez.
Yeah.
No one's gonna listen. It's
I would
Thanksgiving.
say Tanner and his Excel sheets are my critique. I know that they keep us in line. I love that he's organized. However, I'm organized in a different way, and so I've been trying to get us on Google Drive, or just have some simultaneous platform where we can share documents and things like that. And so I started all these folders, and Allie told me that Tanner raved about it. Yet Tanner doesn't use a whole lot of them. And so bi-weekly we have like a team meeting, and he still sends the agenda in a Word doc that's not in the folder of the Google Docs that I started for agendas for our bi-monthly or bi-weekly meetings. So just being organized on the same page.
I'm glad he sends
as
it
your
in a
other
Word
staff.
doc and not just in the damn Google Calendar invite. He's like, well, it's in the invite. I'm like, what? Nobody reads the other shit. In
Yeah,
the...
so-
Feel your pain though, because I feel like we have Dropbox, Google
Yes.
Docs, and all this different stuff, and you're like, read your email, and it's
Yeah.
like I can't even figure out where anything else is, let alone an
Yes.
email.
We have so many different files, and so I've been trying to organize that. And not that Tanner's okay with us organizing it. It's just we haven't all got on the same page with it. So when we
aren't.
can do that, that'd be good.
You're right.
And have you ever taken one of those personality tests?
He's smirking like he knows that he's not gonna.
Like I know you'd.
I
taken
used it
personality
yesterday.
tests.
I told you I put all the
Yes,
job
he did
descriptions
tell me that
out
this
there.
morning.
The only
He's
good part of Google Live Doc, we can all edit at the same time.
Yes.
Yes, that's my point. Is like everything like it should be Google Sheets, not Excel, so that way I can see what he's working on.
But probably when we went to school, we didn't use Google Drive, and now all the schools push Google Drive. So probably when you went to school, it was like the thing.
Yeah, I would say that, and then like at my last job, we had SharePoint, and so
Yeah.
which is like a Microsoft version.
Yep.
Microsoft version, but we don't have that.
You know how
so.
bad he is with Microsoft Excel? He lays out the layout of a house or like this studio
Which
with cells.
Yeah,
Like,
I
this
don't
is a
get
couch.
it. But I get
It's
it. Like
E24 through E26. You know, like what?
I will say, but even in his
We don't
even
need
in
no
his
stinking
Excel
CAD
sheets, like
software.
I've had to like I'm a big color coordinator, so like I have to color coordinate everything. Or like there's drop down menus you can add, but he doesn't add any of those features. It's just like the plain Excel, but to the max, but not to the max. Like he's not.
It's all formulated.
It's all about formulas, yeah.
Yes, it's formulated.
It
but
just
it's
doesn't
not
look pretty.
It doesn't look pretty, and I think that's what drives me nuts. Like this morning when he was gonna email that potential partner, just
Oh,
the
yeah.
numbers, and I was like, I have to put this in a deck, and I have to make it look nice, even if it's just a one pager.
That's fair.
If it's going out of this office, it's gonna look nice.
It has our fall proposal season has looked way nicer than it has ever before. Now, we'll have to see if look nicer translates to more closing deals.
So, can I
That's
get my
true.
one dig on Corey now?
Yeah, and then Rachel gets
it
to
was
polish
me
us
that
off
came
with
up
good
and then I
things.
gotta say my favorite things.
So, the one dig that I thought about Corey, other than he just needs to be more cowboy,
Not
is,
to fart in a fan.
is that too. But
No, we like that.
as we were going through land transactions, and as it's a lot of money, but I learned a long time ago that sometimes don't sweat the small stuff, and the small stuff came to money. And so you spend way too much money on some small things that from your pens to whatever, and then you're like,
That's Ryan Roosting's fault.
That's $50 more an acre. Like, wait a minute, how much did you just spend on
No,
this?
that's separated.
We're worried on one side about one thing, and then so don't sweat the small stuff when it comes to that, because I think you're happy. with how you bought it, even though it was a big number. It's like, oh, it's not worth that much. It's not worth that much. I tell all my clients, look, if you want it and you want it, then don't screw around with the price. Just go for it, and you'll be happy you bought it every day.
But I ended up doing that.
And you did. Yeah, you listened. It's fantastic.
I will say, yeah, that's a good one for him.
Yeah.
I feel like the first time that we were at a trade show at Farm Progress Show, he gave me a whole lesson on pens. Actually, I think Dave gave me the lesson on pens for Corey, and then Corey reiterated the lesson on pens.
This is just a last year thing
It's
that
a hobby.
Ryan Rusink did.
Yeah.
This is, I don't
Nice
hunt.
pens.
I don't
We're doing
hunt
an everybody
as
roast,
much
Ashley.
anymore.
I hunt now.
I used to buy guns like it's going out of style. Like my goal was
But
to
now you buy
at least
Rolexes.
2 guns a year. No, I don't. I've never.
Are you
bought a
grooming
Rolex.
him?
I thought that's what you got.
Dave bought me
Just had
one.
an hair coming out of his ear.
Oh,
But
okay,
Corey
so
got
you
me
didn't
into
buy
the
it.
Corey got me into the
No.
watch game, and the watch game is pretty awesome.
What are your other watches then?
It's pretty
I have
fun.
a lot smaller cost watches.
So when you sent me, you told me that a Rolex should be my first.
Yeah.
You were just messing with me.
Yeah.
Corey's
I
telling
can't
me
afford
that-
one myself.
Yeah, Corey's telling me, he's like, the first big thing you should buy yourself, Rachel, is a Rolex. So I go on Rolex.com, okay?
No, I did
and
not say get a Rolex. I got.
No, you just told me a Rolex. You didn't tell me where to buy it. So I'm on Rolex.com. The only one that I really like is $75,000. And so I sent it to Corey, and I was like, this is the one. And he's like, yeah, you went for the big guns right away.
It's good to like nice things. It is.
Yes.
What I have liked about it, though, so it started off small, right? Like a $200
Yes.
watch. And then I find, like, if you buy the right ones, it's almost like buying, like, bullion, like gold, right? It's like,
Bullion,
Okay.
like chicken bouillon?
no, like bullion?
Yes,
Gold,
you're right.
silver, platinum, like that kind of stuff. Like, okay, guns relatively hold their value, like, unless you trash them, right? Like, it's a store of wealth.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, and so it's kind of a weird little
Hard-
hobby.
hard
and what's
assets.
also cool when you start digging into the
But you have your little app.
precision, right? Yeah, you have an app just like Robinhood or anything
Yeah.
else. But like the precision, when you start getting into them, like of a Swiss made, like it's like you can kind of geek out. And so I didn't mean to. I got into it because of TikTok and Ryan Rusink.
My wife
Okay.
said, "Can you believe Corey's complaining about this?" But she's your attention to details, so it's good to have her on your team.
Well,
So
everything's a
We've talked
negotiation.
a lot
we
about
can't
Ann today
let
for her
let
not
Corey
to
down.
be here.
We can't let Corey down. We can't let Corey down.
What
So-
about this handy dandy John Deere watch that I have?
That's my watch.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's my watch.
Yeah, I stole it from the wall.
All right,
Yeah.
what's your positives?
Hold on.
Okay.
I
It's
got
also
two,
a $15 watch. It's
two
very cool.
memories, and then we'll
Yes.
finish positives, and then my Excel spreadsheet saying we need to get out of here.
He's organized.
I remember Farmer Froberg's strawberry patch. One, Froberg was the absolute nicest guy, giving an entire tour of his farm, having an absolute waste of an afternoon just showing us around. But I have never seen strawberries that big in my life.
Oh, they were juicy.
They were bigger than my nose.
Hey, we're bigger than your nose.
That was pretty good. I like that. I like
I
that
never
tour
had one on the field, and that was good.
a lot.
That was good.
And then one of my other favorite memories, and why we are probably going to stay at Airbnbs the rest of our touring
Oh,
career,
it was so much better.
was the steaks that we had in Tulare.
Yeah, with John Deere
They
crew.
weren't even that great of steaks, and we had to go buy propane for the grill,
Yeah, we did.
and we didn't have any silverware to eat with. So like everything in that moment just made that night really cool. It made the people behind Deere human.
It
We
was
got
real.
to have a great evening, and those relationships are still those two memories that I wanted to share.
Mine would probably be, I got 3. 2 of them were without Dave because Dave left. Is what we did after the shows.
Oh yeah,
We,
yeah.
after Tulare, we went up and saw General Sherman, the
that's right.
Redwoods. Just a time to take a breath and go see, enjoy some of the area that, I mean, we're traveling to cool places, and then it kind of sucks when you're just from the hotel or Airbnb to
And you
the
guys
show.
had cowboy hats when you did that.
We did.
Yeah,
did.
dang
We
friggin'
did.
dong.
And then also after, Commodity Classic in Houston, we went to it's like their state fair, and we got to see Hardy play.
I didn't
And-
listen
I
to a
was
lot of
at
Hardy
that.
before there.
Also, wait, Hardy's coming to the Jones County Fair, which is where I live. So if you guys want to come this summer,
We should.
I'll go.
I mean, we're basically friends
It'll
with
be a-
Hardy now. I mean, we got to hang out with them and stuff.
Did you actually?
Yeah, it was awesome. And then we went to the rodeo
You're
too.
messing with me.
Yeah, we went to the rodeo
all I
too
listened to.
with Hambone.
I wanted to go to that.
Okay,
And
but
those
like,
guys.
you guys can come. I'm inviting you. You can't stay at my house, but
Well, I have a feeling we're going to end up inviting you based upon
Matt's
our
already
relationship
invited
with
us to
Hardy.
stay at your house, so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Matt,
Yep.
I'm gonna be mad at you.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I would never be mad at
All
you.
right. Good memories. I love those.
Hey, I didn't say my
Yes.
third. My third was we
Oh.
got to fly private, and that was fun.
Oh, that was
yeah.
fun.
How can we forget that?
Yeah.
That was like one of your top rated podcasts too. I feel
Yeah.
like.
That was a great
Looking
show.
back at it.
And that was like, we weren't even planning to do it. It was just like, hey, we could record something.
And now
in here.
Corey's got me wanting to use the same guy.
Yeah.
One of our best friends.
Yep.
All right. We're not letting you off the hook.
Okay, positives. This is really hard.
Is it really? Is it really that hard?
I'm just kidding.
Why don't
I'm
you
just
shut
kidding.
that door so they can talk?
Yeah, so
Okay.
they can chat out there.
Then I have to whisper.
Okay, we'll
tell
we'll
them
go in the
we'll be-
same
we're 5
order
minutes.
because I feel like that's consistent. So my positive for Dave is that he challenges me to think in a different direction, Dave, because I feel like I don't always agree with him on a lot of things, and so that challenges my perspective, which is good. You should be challenged in life, and especially in your perspective. I think we just came off an election that taught us all that. So understanding, where he's coming from for things is important too, because he's got ideas and I should listen. So I feel like you challenge my perspective, and I appreciate that. Even though it comes off as passive aggressive.
Yin yang.
As-
Yin yang
as-
was
Yin
the better
yang.
thing.
Yin
right?
yang, better phrase, better phrase for that, I guess.
You know, when a new firefighter gets hired, they have to bring cake every time they have a first. We could start that with you, and then you could just buy us like Scotcheroos every time you have a
No,
first.
we don't need that. I don't need that.
Or drink.
Yeah,
Go right to my ass.
right to my head.
I can't even make Scotcheroos, so I'll have to work on my baking for that. Corey, I feel like Corey,
Do you realize it's not a yin yang? It's a yin and yang.
Oh.
what did we call
Oh,
it?
that's how I wrote it. No, I put Y-I-N-G.
What's a yin yang?
Yin,
That doesn't exist.
yin,
Yin and yang.
yin to the yang.
What is the meaning of yin yang?
I bet there's some slang for yin
and
yang.
yang. I like that we can just pull stuff up on here.
Sorry, continue.
Okay, anyways. Corey, as I said, we have a very similar personality. So I really appreciate that he's been so welcoming. He makes sure that I have what I need, and he's willing to listen. And I really appreciate that. He's very kind. And I've heard that from every team member that we work with, actually. So I did interviews with all of them at the beginning, just to understand where, not really interviews, that's a bad, I just had like a one-on-one with each person that works with our team to understand what they do for Farm for Profit, and then where my role could assist them or help them out. What?
Clint Yeager, what did I just stumble into? A train wreck.
Basically. And so every single one of those people said that they appreciated Corey's kindness, which I thought was really cool. And so I was looking forward to experiencing that, and I truly have. So
I appreciate
you're a very
that.
kind person, and
Yeah.
I think you should be proud of that.
I thrive off relationships, so that if I let someone down, that's like my bad day, right? Like
Yeah,
when you say you
yeah,
had a bad day
yeah,
on Sunday, like
yeah.
so I don't want anyone to have a bad day. I want communication to be open, and I just feel like transparency is great, and being welcoming and all that. So
It's
that makes
definitely
I would have
not a
taken that
formal-
all
normal
seriously
podcast.
without the sunglasses.
Those are good sunglasses.
They do, yeah. They look weird, but I don't know. They're growing on me.
she's
And
oddly
then-
turned on.
No.
No,
Matt's
that was quick. No.
Matt's watching
That's
this.
that's an HR violation.
Yeah.
I like how
and
she said, yeah.
it
She is the HR department too.
I am the HR department. And Tanner, obviously, I just am really appreciative that he took a chance on me. I feel like just as much as you guys thought that I could have gone somewhere else, you guys could have gone in a different direction with hiring somebody. And so I'm really appreciative that you just think so highly of me almost. And sometimes I don't know if I live up to your expectations, but I'm really appreciative that your standard is high for me, and it helps me reach for higher goals. So it's very impactful and helpful, and every week I want to do better and I want to sell more stuff,
I like
which
that
I never
attitude.
ever thought that I would want to do that. But I'm like, I need more.
Yep.
So he helps me do that, and I appreciate it. And he lets me know that it's okay when I fail. I think that's the other thing that's important. I had somebody that didn't partner with us that I was a little bit upset about, and Tanner was like, you're gonna have those days, and he talked me through it, and I felt a lot better about the situation. He's always talked about how we have no competitors, and he means that by the ag community is close and we're all friends, and if we can lift each other up, that's really important. And I've loved that about working here, is that he sees everybody has an opportunity to work with them and collaborate. And I think that's so cool and so important.
Frank asks, so what is this exactly about? This
Yeah.
is just all the hosts talking about stuff about the podcast.
We are recording an episode that's going to come out on Thanksgiving. So we started off with the general concept of what we're thankful for about us as a group. Typically those episodes don't perform as well, so we wanted to give those that really want to listen to the podcast on Thanksgiving or around there opportunity to do so, but put together some content that might be able to provide a little insight into what Farm for Profit is made of. So we just got done with Rachel telling us what she was thankful about all of us, and in between we sandwiched in what we could all do better, potentially.
And we're supposed to talk about what our top 5 Amazon store picks are, but we don't have time. So just go to our Amazon store. Where do we find it?
Yeah, it's linked on all of our pages, so you can find it there, just in the bio or whatever. It's linked on there, and then we are gonna be starting just a highlighted item every week in our newsletter, which will be super exciting. I know Corey has some good picks. I have some chicken stuff.
Does anybody open our newsletter? I mean, I
Oh,
open
yeah.
it. I look through it.
Yeah,
We actually have a pretty good open rate.
Yeah. we do.
Is our click-through rate?
Our click-through
Yeah.
rate is like 6 to 8%.
yeah,
Okay.
which is generally pretty
National
good.
open rate's like 18%.
Our open rate
you
is
sure?
our open rate is
Oh.
18 to 20, but our
Yeah.
click-through is 6
18
to
to
8.
20. That's national average.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Top Amazon pick.
Yes, this is Corey's top Amazon pick for
Mine's a
everybody.
Shelly. Go to
Those
Shelly.
are 6-inch pliers.
Definitely
That's
6
just how
inches.
big Rachel's hands are. So,
No,
but no,
My boyfriend sent these to Corey, so I feel proud of him.
There you go.
Apparently, I'm gonna ask him. I don't feel like he has this at home, but maybe he does.
Well, it's so
Alright.
small. He's always
we
hiding
have entertained our listeners for an hour and 20 minutes on Thanksgiving. So
You're welcome.
I think that they are about done with us. I want to thank all of you for your willingness to participate in this episode.
Leverage.
And then I want to take a moment to thank all of our listeners that obviously we aren't who we are without you around. So it's truly heartfelt. Clearly an hour and 20 minutes in, maybe there's only like 6 of you left listening to this, but thank you to the 6 of you. Please tell 6 of your friends. But until next time, have a good one. Corey, what do you tell them?
Crack a cold one.
And
You deserve it.
I'm going to tell you to comment on this specific video and tell us what we could do better.
Ah, there you go. Snuck that one in right at the end.